13 en fait.
Ladies and gentlemen, please take your seats. The presentation is about to begin. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome CEO Microsoft Corporation, Steve Ballmer.
Well, thanks. It's really great to be here at the Mobile World Congress in Barcelona, and especially to welcome all of you to this press conference. I think this is a super interesting time to talk about the mobile industry, as we're all really trying to figure out how to respond to the global economic downturn. I've said before, I think that what we're going through represents more of a fundamental economic reset as opposed to a recession, and it's going to take some time before economies around the world really reestablish themselves and we get what I would call consistent growth again. No industry is immune to this economic reset, including the computer industry and the mobile industry. And as people struggle throughout the world to really make every dollar count, I think they're going to expect all of us in the mobile industry to offer devices and services that offer greater and greater value. But no matter what happens with the economic situation, none of that's going to slow the pace of technological progress. There's no turning back from the kind of advances that continue to help connect the world and bridge people and information in a much more tightly knit fashion. At the end of the day, the power of ideas, the power of innovation is going to continue to drive forth no matter what the economy is. And all of our opportunities to use technology to really change people's lives has not diminished, even in the slightest. And in fact, I think the need and demand for the kind of innovation that our industry and our company has is even more important. During the last 25 years, the world has seen incredible advances in information and communications technology, from the PC revolution, the rise of the internet, the spread of mobile technologies that have put mobile phones into the hands of half the people in the planet today. Today, mobile phones are more capable than ever before. They have more sophisticated software and more powerful hardware. And yet, over the next several years, smartphones will develop and increase to over 50% of the mobile phone market. And I think to much higher penetrations, much faster in some of the developed countries. These trends are really changing the role that the mobile phone plays in people's lives. People don't want a phone for work and a phone for their personal life. They want a single phone that they can use to access all of the information and all of the people in their lives that are important. They want a PC that is a phone that is connected and integrated with all of the other sources and places that they use information. At Microsoft, our vision is to deliver one platform that extends across the PC, the phone, the TV, and the web, and connects us all to the information and people that we really care about. That platform is Windows. Windows in various forms, some of which exist today and some of which we still need to bring to market. But with Windows, we'll drive innovation that brings it all together in one easy-to-use and affordable experience that we think can have a significant impact on the lives of billions of people around the globe. With Windows, our unique approach is to galvanize an industry by creating a platform for third-party innovation. It is Windows that has extended the power of computing to the largest number of people in the world today. And it is Windows that enables an ecosystem of hundreds of thousands of companies to profit, thrive, and grow by adding value around Windows. Today we have a very strong Windows mobile ecosystem. Our industry MWC partners include more than 50 individual companies that make phones, over 160 mobile phone operators, and nearly 500,000 software development companies that are writing applications. In the past year, our partners have delivered more than 30 new Windows phones to market, giving users more choice than with any other mobile platform available today. There are already 11 unique phones from our partners that have each sold over 1 million units, which is phenomenal by any stretch of the imagination. But the time has come to do more. We need to take our Windows Mobile business to yet another level. The time's really come for us to start bringing the full Windows experience to mobile phones. It starts with a recognition that the phone is more than just an address book with a mic and a speaker. It's more than a digital camera and a device for texting friends. And it's even more than just email and a calendar. It's your instant connection, as I said before, to all of the people and all of the information that you care about most. We've got to make it a Windows phone that benefits from and picks up the experiences that people expect on bigger screen devices. A Windows phone has to be your phone, because a Windows phone is unique to you. Windows phones have to come in a variety of different shapes and sizes so that each individual can pick the hardware that's right for them. Whether you want a touch screen or keyboard, big screen, little screen, if design is your thing or size matters, we have to make sure with our partners that there's a Windows phone that meets your needs. With a Windows phone, you can personalize your experience with the applications you need to make it distinctively yours. And you can instantly and easily customize ringtones, themes, and all of the other things that are you and stand for you. Windows phones connect to your whole life, to the productivity tools that you need at work, and the social applications that you need to keep in touch with your friends on Facebook or MySpace or through instant messaging, whatever the case may be. With Windows phones, you should have a device that really spans your personal life and your work life. But a Windows phone has to be more than just the device itself. It has to be an end-to-end experience that connects you to the PC, that connects you into the internet, that breaks down the barriers between information, devices, applications that you use every day. Today, we're introducing the first generation of what we're now calling Windows phones. They run the Windows Mobile operating system, but we'll refer to them simply as Windows phones. We have three big announcements in conjunction with that. First is the announcement of the Windows Mobile 6.5 operating system, which will become available on handsets later this year. Windows Mobile 6.5 delivers a new user experience with an improved user interface that includes touch and other interaction modalities. It has a new home screen, customizable widgets for speeding access to important applications. We're also improving the browsing experience to be more similar to the PC by bringing an updated version of our Internet Explorer software to Windows Mobile 6.5. With Windows Mobile 6.5, we're really, I think, taking mobile phones to a new level in terms of stitching together the PC, the phone, and the web, and bring those closer into a more seamless and simple user experience. It's no longer, as I said, about how the phone works by itself, but how it works in conjunction with the PC and the internet. The second thing we're announcing is a new service that we call Microsoft My Phone, which are services that make it easy to manage personal information on a Windows phone via the web. With My Phone, you can back up and protect all of the information on your phone to the web, so you can access it on the web, and you can also restore it quickly and easily to a new mobile device. My Phone streamlines the flow of information between your mobile phone and your PC. It makes it easy to synchronize, to edit, and to share all of your information. Third and last, we're announcing Windows Marketplace for Windows phones. At the Windows Marketplace, you'll find applications to match your needs and make your phones truly unique and personal to you. There are already today over 20,000 applications that run with the Windows mobile operating system. And we are going to give developers new tools to continue to build better and better applications, but with the Marketplace, they'll also have the freedom and the convenience to distribute those easily and have customers find those easily. We're going to go into all of these parts of the announcements in more depth, and I'd now like to invite up on stage Andy Lees, the Senior Vice President in charge of our mobile communications business. Andy's going to tell us a little bit more about Windows Mobile 6.5 and some of these new services. Please welcome Andy.
Today is a really exciting day for us, not just because of the individual products and capabilities that we're announcing, but because it is the beginning of a new strategy, the Windows Phone strategy. It's a strategy that goes beyond looking at the individual device to a set of end-to-end experiences. We're going to move from just looking at devices to devices, plus software, plus services. We're also shifting from a focus from business to business and consumer. We're going to work together to provide Windows phones and Windows Live and Windows on the PC. Today we're announcing some exciting products to that end, but you'll also continue to see over the next 12 to 18 months more announcements as the pieces fall into place. We're building on a lot of momentum. We have sold more than 15 million Windows mobile devices since we started. We sold more than 20 million in the last year alone. We have more than 430 million users of Windows Live through services like Hotmail and Windows Live, each of those having 300 million users uniquely. And building on the install base of more than 1 billion Windows PC users. To put it in short, we're enabling putting your life in your pocket. To really make it seamless to have end-to-end experiences. You want to look through your device to see use it as your window on the world. Let's take a look at a short video of some of the capabilities that we're starting to deliver with this announcement. Who's going to go through and take us through a demo. So, Prithvi.
I'm excited to give you a sneak peek of Windows Mobile 6.5, which is really the first generation of our new Windows phones. And my Windows Phone brings my work life and my personal life together, so I can really make it my phone with my stuff, and really in my own way. And I think only Windows can bring the best of the PC, the cloud, and the phone together for my whole life. So with that, let's take a quick look. And so here I have the lock screen of Windows Mobile 6.5. And we've done quite a bit of user research to figure out why people pull their phones out of their pocket, what are the top things they want to accomplish. And it comes down to three pretty simple things. One, they want to know what time it is. Two, they want to figure out where they're supposed to be going. And three, they want to know why their phone has been buzzing or ringing or beeping in their pocket all day long. And now you have all of that information right on the lock screen. First, you have the current time. You have your next calendar appointment. You also have something that we call notifications, which basically tells me the ways that people have tried to get in touch with me since I last had locked my phone. And in this case, I've got a couple unread emails, a few unread text messages, and even some missed calls. I could slide any of these over and go directly into my email or my text messages or my missed calls, making it that much easier to respond to those people that are trying to get in touch with me very quickly. In this case, though, I want to go right into the home screen and walk you through that experience. So I'll just drag the lock bar over. And here you'll see the brand new home screen on Windows Mobile 6.5. I really have all of the information that matters to me right on the home screen, as you can see at a glance. So I can grab this bar and slide up. I can see if I have any new voicemails. In this case, I've got a missed call. And I can even get to my IE favorites. So in this case, I've pinned a couple Internet Explorer favorites to the home screen, MSN.com, for example, and I can access those with just one touch. So much faster access to those websites that matter most to me. I'm going to scroll down a little bit here, and you can see I can get my text messages, my email, and even my calendar. So in this case, with a couple swipes of my finger, I can walk you through my day. Just like that.
So this calendar seems to be a bit of a feature of yours. So what's happening there? You told me you had no social life. So
well, now that we've announced Windows Mobile 6.5, I feel like my social life's about to change. Okay. I just met her last week at a party. I think we really hit it off.
Okay.
I'm going to show you a really quick picture of her as well, right from the home screen. And she's the one on the left. What do you think?
I didn't want to be the judge in front of everybody here.
Okay, all right, we'll let the crowd judge. But actually, I'm expecting an email from her. And right from my home screen, I can go into email and go into my Hotmail. So it looks like Dana has responded to an invitation I offered her last week. And as I open this up, first of all, it was great meeting you the other night. I checked my calendar and I can make the ski trip next week. That's great news.
So you just met her and you've invited to a ski trip straight away?
I told you it was a really deep connection. Okay. It felt like a movie.
Okay.
And with just a swipe of my finger, I can go between messages. It's kind of like flipping pages in a book. And the thing you notice about these emails is that they look just like the emails on my PC. And that's really one of the benefits of Windows. It's the same experience on my Windows phone as it is on my Windows PC. Now here I have my personal email, and with a single swipe of my finger, I can go right into my work email, my Outlook email. And I can swipe through. I have 200 emails. Ignore that, Andy.
Okay, that's the work-life balance coming back.
Yes, yeah. I promise I will not call Dana this afternoon and instead go through some of these emails. With another swipe of my finger, I can go right into my text messages. And as I open this up, it looks like Marty can't wait to go on our annual ski trip. They always make fun of me about going solo on these trips every year. Okay. But this year I'm going to bring Dana with me. He's also tried to call me, and I have all of that information right from that text messaging screen. So with that, let's take a look at the new start screen on Windows Mobile 6.5. I'm going to actually press the hardware start button here to go to the start screen, which gives me access to all of those applications that I want to use most, that connects me to the information that I need with really just a few clicks.
So this is important. All of the Windows phones are going to have the same button on them. We're going to provide distinct value to the end customer, and they're going to be able to go into any store and be able to see which phones are Windows phones, because they'll all have a Windows flag on them. You press the button, you get access to all of the things that you can do on the phone through the Start user interface.
Yeah, and so I can even customize the start screen and reorder the application so the ones that I use most often can come up to the top. In this case, though, I want to jump right into Internet Explorer. And here we're loading MSN.com. And you'll see it's the same experience I have on my Windows PC that I have on my Windows Phone. And that's because it's the same Internet Explorer browsing engine that provides that capability across both platforms. And we've done a lot of work, though, also to think about how to view the web on a small screen. So those same set of gestures that you saw in the emails are now brought over to the Internet Explorer browser as well. So with just a few swipes of my finger, I can get around the web page very easily and read my information. In this case, though, I told you that Dana and I are now going out, I think, based on her email. And for the ski trip, I want to make sure that we're changing our accommodations. I think it's probably not a great first aid idea to have her sleep on the floor. So I'm going to go to the Chamonix website, which is where we're staying this week.
So one of the things here is because you have the same browser on the PC and on the phone, things like Flash is supported. There's a number of sites that use Flash for core navigation and functionality. So as well as the rendering, being very familiar with what you're used to, the fact that you have Flash support in there as well also provides a much higher fidelity. About 40% of the time when people go to a website today on a mobile phone, they get confused as to why the experience is different between what they're seeing on the screen versus what they've been used to seeing on the big screen.
And as you can see, the experience is the exact same between both, between the Windows Phone and the Windows PC on the Chamonix website, and that's with full Flash support and so on. I heard a beep too. It looks like I have an IM. Maybe it's Dana. I'm going to check out. Sorry. Okay. Turns out it's actually not Dana. It is Marty. What time are you getting into Chamonix? Last one there buys the first round of drinks. And one of the things that I really love about IM on my Windows Phone is the ability to respond with voice. So I can respond with a voice so I can avoid typing, and also so I can add a little bit of emotion to my IM. So I'm going to click on a voice clip here. Marty, you better be ready to buy me my first few rounds. And by the way, do you mind if I bring a new friend with me? Someone that I just met last week? And I'm going to send that off to Marty, who is on his Windows PC, and he's IMing with me. Let's see what he says. Marty, you better be ready to buy me my first few rounds. And by the way, do you mind if I bring a new friend with me? Someone that I just met last week?
So you're IMing here between a phone, because it's a touch phone, you don't want to type it in.
Exactly.
And it's coming through on a PC on the side there. That's cool.
So, and Marty says, another new friend. Didn't we try this last year too? They keep making fun of me about this. But you better let Kim know. Okay. Marty, let me add Kim to the conversation and see what she has to say. Now, Kim tells me that she's always really busy and never wants to be disturbed. Marty, let me add Kim to the conversation and see what she has to say. So I'm going to add participant here. And look, there's Kim, clearly working very hard playing Gears of War on her Xbox 360. But I'm going to add her to this conversation now.
Okay, so if you see at the bottom there, she's playing Xbox, and it comes in and gives her an IM. So now we have a three-way IM between the PC, the phone, and somebody who a very second ago was killing somebody on an Xbox.
Yeah, so there you go, all three screens IMing across, and they're all around the world in this case. So Kim, again, wants a photo. So she wants to see a photo. I showed you a photo that I have on my Windows Phone. And one of the things about these phones is I carry them around for both my work and personal life, is that they have lots of really, really critical information to me, stuff that I don't want to lose. So my photos, my text messages, some important contacts, and certainly some customers have Exchange or live services which back up some of that information, but not everyone has those services, and not all of that information is backed up. And so if I lose my phone, I'd hate to lose all this information. And I think something like 12 million phones were lost just in the US last year. So solve that problem. We are showing the new Microsoft My Phone service here. Let me switch to the PC. And so with this service, I have about 200 megabytes of storage to back up all of that really important information. And I'm going to jump right into photos in this case. And as you can see, here's that photo that I showed you that I wanted to back up. Now, before I got on stage, I did know that people were going to want to see a picture of me and Dana, so I did a little bit of creative editing and cropped a couple pictures together, which I will show. There you go. And I'm going to upload that now. So this is going from my PC to the My Phone service. What do you think? Do you think You think they'll buy that?
I don't think they'll buy that. They would like you to get it, but yeah, I think they can get a secret.
At least I'm good looking, right?
Okay.
So if I go into context now, I want to set that same picture as Dana's contact card information. So I hit edit here, and same picture. So this is pretty easy. I back that up. Now, as I mentioned, my phone gets backed up at about 1 o'clock in the morning or midnight every night. In this case, I don't want to make you all wait that long, so I'm going to force a sync on my phone. And so you can see the picture and how it shows up on my phone. In the meantime, let me just walk you through a little bit of the capabilities of the MyPhone service. So I have access to my calendar. I can manage my calendar from my PC or phone. It's always backed up. I can even manage my tasks. So we know a lot of people perform tasks or set tasks with things that they're doing on their PC, and all of that gets backed up and is up to date on the phone as well. Sorry, I should have actually clicked on past there. I can even back up my videos, my music, and in my case, even my documents. So I use the MyPhone service to back up my grocery list, and as I update things, they get updated on the phone. I also want to jump into text messages, and this is one that's pretty important to me because I think there's a lot of very personal information that you really want to keep that's stored on your text messages. And obviously, if your phone is lost, all those text messages are lost. But also, in a lot of cases, you don't want to have all your text messages on your phone. Maybe there's some old messages from ex-girlfriends, things like that you want to keep, but shouldn't be on your phone. And so you can do something really, really neat with the MyPhone service. So I'm going to search through all of my text messages for the ones that have the word ski in them. And I can press Archive to Web. So what this will do is pull the text message off my phone, but back it up to the MyPhone service. So I always have it for me if I want to go back and look at those old texts, but they're no longer on my phone. So pretty cool scenario there, and a good way to keep my information. Of course, if I lose my phone and I go out and buy a new Windows phone, all of the data that's stored on the MyPhone service is restored to my new phone as well.
Okay, well that's cool because as you said, millions of people lose phones, so that's good.
So let's switch back. My phone service here. Luckily, I can back up multiple phones with my phone. And right from the home screen, I can get into my pictures. Here's the picture of the two of us that I synced down. I think this is a winner. And I can go right now to the Start menu and open up Contacts. And the neat thing about Contacts in Windows Mobile 6.5 is that we've updated this so it's a lot easier to find the people you're looking for. I tend to just look for people's pictures rather than actually look for their names. It's a lot easier. And there's Dana, so let me open this up.
Well, there's a picture of the two of you.
Yeah, it's a very, very rich kind of experience on my phone, and it really makes it very easy. Oh, it looks like I have a new text message from Dana. I'm really excited about the ski trip. Can I bring my boyfriend along? What's going on?
Oh, Prithvi, you know, maybe she's got a sister. Oh, thanks very much, Prithvi. A key part of our strategy here is to make sure that we're successful not only with the software and services that we're provide, but to work very, very effectively. That's a key element of our Windows Phone strategy. As Steve said, we have over 50 OEMs, 150 operators, and 20,000 applications that are available from ISVs. We also announced a Marketplace today. A Marketplace isn't the thing that makes a developer ecosystem, but it is a thing that if you have a vibrant ecosystem that has rich development tools and a rich platform, it does enable you to directly connect some applications to potential customers. We won't limit what a developer does, so they have to use the Marketplace. People can continue to go to websites and load applications, or organizations can load applications on behalf of their employees. But it does provide another option for those developers who want a direct connection into their potential customers. And we're getting a lot of support from our partners around Windows Phone. Let's take a look at some of the companies who are endorsing our Windows Phone strategy.
customers really like their Windows phones, particularly on our world-leading, super-fast NextG mobile network.
I love my LG Windows Phone. It's like carrying my whole life in my pocket.
Hi, I'm Karen, and I'm not the CEO of a big phone company. Yet. But I love my Windows Phone.
We are excited about the introduction of the new Windows Phone.
The new Windows mobile platform will help us deliver an even better customer experience. And as we introduce the next generation of mobile devices, we'll be able to deliver a rich, integrated experience that will transform the way our customers think about wireless.
We're excited about the new Windows phones. There's no limit to what our customers will be able to do, all on America's most dependable 3G network.
Microsoft is our #1 strategic partner in mobile and PC businesses.
Sprint and Microsoft have been partners for many years. I've known Steve and Robbie for a long time, and I have a lot of confidence in them and in Microsoft's people.
As longtime partners of Microsoft, Orange is looking forward to bringing the latest Windows phones to the market.
Samsung and Microsoft have a long history delighting customers, and we look forward to continue to do so with Samsung's Windows phones.
We've been working with Microsoft since the start, and we really cherish this partnership.
With Telstra Windows phones, we can now start reaching our customers in a whole new way.
Life's good for our mutual customers who can start to live a more mobile life with our great new Windows phones.
Believe me when I say this is just a start.
So, as well as going through our partners in totality, I'd also specifically like to introduce three partners that are here with us today: HTC, LG, and Orange. HTC have been with us from the very beginning in the Windows Mobile partnership for over 11 years, and we've had lots of firsts together. They were the first OEM to provide a Pocket PC, the first one to provide a smartphone OS as we delivered that, and also the first to provide a 3G phone based on Windows Mobile. Today they're announcing two new devices, and so I'm particularly excited to welcome Peter Chow, the CEO of HTC.
Thanks, Steve and Andy. And on behalf of HTC, I'm very honored to join you today for this announcement. Since 12 years ago, when HTC started, when we met with Microsoft earlier on, it was clear that we share very similar vision of what smart mobility and connectivity could offer to customer someday, even though it would take a long time. You know, I'm probably one of the very old veteran in Windows Mobile, and I'm actually very proud of that. And we insist very much, try to make all these vision happen. Today, more than 40 million HTC's Windows phones sold around the world. It's so great that this joint vision is becoming true. But we're not done. The art of the designing of mobile phone continue to be broadened and changed when the demand from what the mobile phone need to do grows. I think in the future, looking forward, the supplier must have that kind of very high capability to deliver such cutting-edge mobile innovation, beautiful design, and the kind of user experience that is very, very important. HTC is very, very committed in making this happen. And of course, we need to make sure that device need to optimize for those online service and applications and connectivity, all of this. HTC and Microsoft will be working together as closely together as ever. And we are actually very, very committed, and we look forward this partnership to continue for many years to come. I would like to congratulate Steve and Andy and the entire Windows Mobile team for unveiling this Windows Mobile 6.5. I'm so excited to see this experience. And I would like to thank Andy's, and the last year we have been working so closely together to making this Windows Mobile 6.5, and you saw those demos with the HTC device. And HTC is actually very, very committed to leveraging on the flexibility of Windows Mobile 6.5 and to continue to innovate to deliver even better mobile experience. Earlier on, HTC announced two products, HTC Touch Diamond 2 and HTC Touch Pro 2. And these devices introduce a new people-centric experience and a new innovation of push internet and straight talk technology. And I'm very happy here to announce these two devices are Windows Mobile 6.5 ready. And those customers who purchase these two devices will be able to upgrade to Windows Mobile 6.5 when it's available for free. So again, it's a tremendous effort that we put together with Microsoft and make this happen. So we are very excited. I would like to thank Andy's continued commitment to HTC. Thank you very much. Please enjoy the show.
Great, thank you. Secondly, I'm also very excited to announce a strategic partnership with LG. LG is a very strong player in the mobile industry. They have a very, very strong share, particularly in feature phones and high-end feature phones, really leading the industry in design and innovation. I think that it's very exciting that in this agreement, that as we see this massive shift, we both recognize a shift from feature phones to smartphones. And in the agreement, they're putting the R&D and the marketing so that the primary operating system that they will use for their smartphone devices will be Windows Mobile. And therefore, as we see this shift over, we think they'll continue to be an incredibly strong partner for us as we invest together. So Microsoft is investing R&D and marketing resources to help facilitate the innovation onto the Windows phone. So please welcome Scott Am, who is the President and CEO of LG.
It's the third time today to meet with you, twice face-to-face. The one is in our press conference. Steve was kindly invited to join us with our video call, possible watch phone. So it was a great acceptance there.
With Windows Mobile?
Yes, of course. Yes. Again, thank you, Steve and Andy, and hello everyone. As Andy just told, LG and Microsoft has signed up agreement a few hours ago. So you will see more than 50 models of Windows phones of LG until 2012. Ladies and gentlemen, this is LG GM730. It's the first Windows phones representing LG and Microsoft strong partnership. Starting with this LG GM730, LG and Microsoft will introduce a wide range of Windows phones across the world in all price ranges. To achieve this, it also you mentioned a little bit, LG and Microsoft will create joint R&D and marketing teams to make most of our expertise in hardware, software, design, and all the ecosystems. Now, let me tell you what LG think consumers want from smartphone. Consumers simply want their smartphone to be intuitive, fast, and useful. We aim to provide this from our Windows phones with stylish design and innovative user interface technology. From now on, together with Microsoft, I'm sure that we can take Windows phones to the market, Windows phones market, to the next level. I'd like to end by congratulating again Steve and everyone in Microsoft launching Windows Mobile 6.5 today. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Steve.
And finally, I'd like to introduce Orange. Orange also was a very early partner on Windows Mobile. I think they were the first operator to bring the smartphone out to the market all those years ago. Orange is interesting because they've been innovating in choosing devices that will really appeal to their target customers, but also adding the software and the services to create a totally unique experience. And for our Windows Phone strategy, because it is more than the device, it's how the software and the services work together, but it's also how we market together, how we can generate the excitement to end users about what a Windows Phone can do, so that even when you go into an Orange store, you'll be able to see Windows phones from a variety of different manufacturers, and that you'll be able to have unique Orange services that really light that up on top of what we're providing in the Windows Phone experience. So, without further ado, please welcome Yves Maitre from the Senior Vice President of Devices from Orange.
Before talking about phone and telecommunication, I would like to tell you a secret. First time in my life, I met Steve Ballmer. I was still young guy, still not so young anymore. And it was a very important meeting, private meeting, to the top management of France Telecom. And Steve tells us a confidence. He said, you know, I love Paris, because in Paris, I can do my jogging alone without being disturbed. Now I learned this afternoon, same time with you, that Steve likes also skiing in Germany. I don't know next time we'll meet Steve what he will tell us about his next sport. I'll let you guess. Okay, so having said that, I do believe that the partnership we have with Microsoft is a long time ago partnership. So we started many years ago at the time that where Microsoft we are building its PC software, France Telecom were moving from a fixed network to an internet network, and after all, to a mobile network. What I'm trying to tell you is that one of the key convergence points between France Telecom, Orange and Microsoft is exactly what we say convergence. And Steve mentioned the convergence at the early stage of his speech. And I do believe that this convergence story is also the convergence between OS, devices, whatever they are, and network. The second thing is mobile multimedia. We as Orange, we have also redesigned entirely year 2008 your new mobile multimedia strategy. And with Andy, we talk a lot, we talk extensively. I was 2 weeks ago in Redmond again to meet all my colleagues over there and friends over there. And we have been able to make sure that this mobile multimedia is matching with the new mobile 6.5 and next generation. We do believe that with partners with HTC and with partners like LG, we are on a good way all together to bring a new experience in terms of mobile multimedia, a new experience in terms of telecommunication to the entire world. And what Microsoft has done, bringing internet to everybody, we will do all together, bringing mobile internet to more than 6 billion people. I can tell you I'm very proud to be today with the mobile family, with Andy, with you Peter, with you Scott, and I can tell that together we can do more. Thank you.
Well, I want to wrap up. There's certainly no shortage of excitement and enthusiasm that I have and that Microsoft has about the opportunities to change people's lives through technology in general and mobile specifically. I don't want anybody to leave here with the smallest bit of confusion. We are very committed to mobile computing, and we're bringing the same kind of long-term, persistent, tenacious vision and focus to Windows for phones that we brought to Windows 7 and Windows Live and many other Microsoft offerings. Together with our partners, we see incredible opportunities to innovate, compete, and succeed. We're certainly looking forward to delivering on this promise of a whole new generation of Windows devices that span PC, phones, and TVs, and that help bring people closer to the people and information that's important to them. With that, I'd like to wrap up, and I'll invite Andy to come back on stage and join me. We'll look forward to your questions and hopefully provide some answers. Thanks again very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have some microphones going around. I would ask that you introduce yourselves, and we have a short Q&A session. Would you like to put your hands up if you've got a question? I see one microphone.
Mary Branscombe, freelance. So many of the flagship Windows mobile devices that have come out over the last year have brought their own user experience. How is that going to marry with the new user experience in 6.5?
I think that what happened in 6.5 is significantly raised the bar of what the default experience is, making it more thin and touchable throughout the whole experience. I think that we'll continue to see innovation from OEMs and operators around the home screen and how they want to promote and really evangelize their own services as part of that. So we see a very symbiotic relationship between customizations that people will want to do on the device, as well as providing an experience right the way through the device that enables touch and other forms of interaction.
Thank you.
Excuse me, David Mayer, ZDNet UK. A year ago, Windows Mobile 6.1 was announced, and we were told it was going to have the new version of Internet Explorer Mobile. That didn't come out with Windows Mobile 6.1, and all the manufacturers started putting Opera as the pre-installed browser onto their phones. Why such a long delay, and how much do you think that all of that exposure for Opera has hurt Microsoft?
I think what we actually did is we shipped the rendering engine of Windows, an updated rendering engine, about halfway through the life of Windows Mobile 6.1. And what you see now is you see that even more higher quality of rendering, plus the new user interface to navigate around and the way the touch and performance works. So it's been a two-phase thing. It's not that we've done nothing, it's that we did the rendering and now we've done the rendering and also the user experience that goes around it. And I think in terms of the overall impact, I think it's negligible in that going forward we see all of our partners wanting to get the PC experience on the phone, and that's really what we're now delivering.
I think people will like what we're doing, but I think it also points a little bit, you might say, to the advantage of the openness that we build in Windows Mobile. It does mean that if there's something that our partners want to add on, enhance, in whatever area of the system. They have great flexibility to do that, and there's great openness in the operating system, which it's not the area where I would have aspired to see the first add-ons, but nonetheless it shows how well, in some senses, our open ecosystem approach works.
Thank you. I saw the microphone going over here.
Hello, Sean Collins from CCS Insight. Can you tell me how you're going to connect with the end user, the consumer? How are you going to make them care that it's Windows and not something else?
We're going to, in the fall, when the devices are available, we'll be doing significant marketing ourselves and also with our partners around Windows phones and what they can do for them. And I think that in conjunction with partnership with our operators and OEMs will create a large awareness shift in mind of end customers.
One other thing I think is quite important, which is we want to make sure people, when they go to a store, can recognize which are the Windows phones and have that be of value. So whether it's on the box, there'll be a button on every one of the phones that has the Windows flag on it, and there's going to be a lot of innovation and differentiation from the manufacturers who make handsets, but there'll be a level of consistency so that the consumer knows that it's the Windows phone that they came to the store to evaluate.
Thank you very much. There's a question here from the gentleman.
Canada Times PPC. I've got the following question. You have said that the Windows Mobile will be rebranded to Windows Phone. What does this mean for the current three branches, Windows Mobile Standard, Windows Mobile Classic, and Windows Mobile Professional? Will these be renamed or will these names remain? And furthermore, because you've mentioned the standardized button, will all Windows Mobile devices, forthgoing from now on, have the 4 buttons shown in the presentation before?
So all the buttons, all of the phones, all of the phones will have a button on it. When you press it, you get to the start experience to be able to get access to the devices. So yes, that will be consistent everywhere.
The single button, yes, button for it. So the Windows button.
Yes, and then we'll also have a call button and an end button as well. And I think those are the 3 minimum requirements.
In terms of the Windows Mobile Classic, etc., we will still have, the operating system is still called the Windows Mobile version. There is different software on the PC and on the phone. But it's a mouthful to say, do you want a Windows Mobile phone? I think we can make it easier for the consumer by just calling them Windows phones, having people refer to that, handling the marketing as we talked about with the last gentleman.
Yeah, so we want a really simple message.
Thank you.
Frank Johnson, Computer World Norway. The My Phone service, will that work with earlier versions, or is version 6.5 required? Follow-up question, would it work with other operating systems?
We don't. There will be a downloadable client for 6.1, and we don't have any current plans to put that on non-Windows phones.
Thank you. There's a gentleman right at the back.
Luis from SIC Portuguese TV. I would like to clarify, someone just asked me by IM if it supports flash and Silverlight, and would like to ask Mr. Ballmer if you would comment on the Portuguese collaboration on my phone, please.
Okay. We will support Flash, and Silverlight will not be in this release. That's what we're announcing today. Sorry, let me put that right. Is the answer to that?
In terms of the Portuguese, we have some more work to do. In other words, on Silverlight.
Yes.
In terms of the collaboration around my phone in general in Portugal, we've had fairly good relationships with both the mobile operators as well as many of the software vendors in Portugal. You'll continue to see us evangelize, and I think we'll have some announcements in the not-too-distant future.
And there was an acquisition that we made, and some of the developers that we made in Portugal contributed towards the MyPhone service, which I think is also what you're asking about. That's an important part of that development centre.
Time for one more question.
Steve, Thomas Kohler's Wirtschaftswoche.
Thank you.
I don't want to feel to appear to be ungrateful, but there were some people that expected some kind of Windows Mobile 7 to appear sometime. As it's not here right now, are we positively looking forward to seeing it to come out with the PC Windows 7 later this year? And yeah, just give you answer on this one.
Well, I think the fact that the name of this release is 6.5 clearly implies that there's a 7 still in our future. That's good. I wouldn't expect it necessarily on the same time frame as Windows 7. We haven't set a final date, but we are in beta test on Windows 7. You may have noticed, some of you, that the demonstration we were doing was actually on Windows 7. I noticed it as I was watching the demo backstage. So far, the beta feedback on Windows 7 has been good. We're excited for that. And Windows Mobile 7 will undoubtedly follow it. And when we have news on the date there, you'll be the first to know.
Thank you very much indeed. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a press reception downstairs. We have some food and drinks. We also have some of our spokespersons, some of our partners will also be attending. You're very welcome to come and join us and have a deeper dive and talk about our news.